Questions for Armando, please.
Why can't I see myself?
Well, we can
All
hear
right,
you,
there you go.
Armando, so go ahead and hit the hands raise function. Greg Barnes, you'll be first. Go ahead, Greg.
Hey, Armando, just wanted to check in with you and see how things have gone for you through the first 6 or 7 games of the season. What you were hoping to accomplish on an individual basis, and how you feel like you've done in that regard.
So far, obviously, we lost 2 games that we feel like we should have won. Just not taking advantage of the moment and not playing how we played. But for me personally, for the season, it's been going cool. I feel like it's still other levels I can reach, and I don't think I've been playing my best basketball at all yet. But hey.
You made a point that this offseason, because you're injured most of the year last year, that you wanted to be able to kind of bounce back and build off of last year. Do you feel like you've made strides in that regard?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I made strides just being more mature now, not taking anything for advantage, and just knowing how to make playing a lot easier on myself versus not trying to force things, letting things come to me and things of that nature.
Thank you.
Brendan, then CL.
Hey, Armando. Yeah, I know obviously this is a different offseason that a lot of the freshmen went through this year compared to what you went through a season ago. But I'm just curious, overall, now that we're into the brunt of the season, can you sense a difference in the way that they sort of look at things versus how maybe you did when you were in their shoes a year ago?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, they're on a lot better team, so to move around is just a lot better. And I would say Garrison's been doing a good job of just leading us. Also, me and Garrison, especially with the bigs, just leading them and letting them know how to approach it and not letting them make the mistakes that me and him made our freshman year.
CL Brown.
Hey, Armando, what is it like kind of preparing on the fly for teams? Last week, you guys, the Elon game had been canceled. So I think it was on that Wednesday when it was announced that you guys would be playing Central. Same kind of thing. You guys thought that you'd be playing Ohio State, and then boom, this week it gets switched to Kentucky. What is it like from a preparation standpoint when games change like that?
Well, it was more just a mental thing because we usually just prepare for the team 2 days in advance, and we knew yesterday. So we had our 2 days in advance, but just mentally we had our mindset on Ohio State, but we just had to switch it over to Kentucky. And obviously it's a great historic program, and we know they're going to give us our best shot because every team we play against, they try to give us our best shot. So, and obviously they 1-4, so we know they're going to come out playing hard. So we know we got to match that too, and we're not happy with our record so far either. So it'll be a great game.
All right, and what have you seen from RJ in terms of kind of that question earlier about the young guys coming along? From what you remember your freshman year, how do you feel like RJ is fighting through his transition?
Yeah, I think RJ's been doing good. Honestly, just for the freshman guards, it's a lot harder just because they had no exhibition games. It was a quick turnaround, like just jumping straight into games. So obviously no scrimmages and things like that. So I would say it was probably tougher for them making that transition, but they're growing, and I expect big things out of them this weekend.
Adam Smith, then Ross.
Hey, Armando, just piggybacking off of what CL asked there, when you get that news that who you thought you were going to play isn't going to be who you play and you've got somebody different, is that surprising to you just with how weird this season is, or just what is it like when you receive that and are told, okay, things are different now?
Nothing's normal now. Everything is just crazy with just the scheduling and just the different protocols and things like that. But, we obviously wanted Ohio State just based off of what happened last year. Me personally, that was the game I got injured, and I wanted to get a chance to just be able to play against them and kind of get some redemption. But, Kentucky too. Y'all know how it is with Kentucky, so we were just as excited.
Thank you. Good deal.
Ross.
Armando, you mentioned, maybe not playing the best you'd like to play or maybe not reaching your potential. What does that look like when you think things are all clicking for you? What type of player do you think you can be and want to be this year?
I feel like I can be the best big in the country, just at my best, and just one of the best two-way players in the country too. I feel like I can defend all the best players, and I feel like I can score at will too at my best.
In what ways have you seen yourself improve already this year compared to last year?
Just not making like the stupid mistakes. Y'all know how often I get in foul trouble, stuff like that last year. So just learning not to do those silly things and just making the game more simpler, not trying to do a bunch of crazy stuff around the rim and just trying to go through people. I mean, obviously I told y'all in the preseason, one thing I worked on was just being more physical, and that was something I've been putting an emphasis on this year, just creating contact and going through somebody versus trying to go around them.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Luke Buxton, then Jerry Tipton.
What's up, Armando? What have you seen out of Kentucky kind of in your film preparations?
I mean, they're a young team just like us, but, I mean, they're talented. I mean, it's Kentucky. They always have a lot of talented guards, and, I mean, we just know – I know how teams play against us, and we got to have a sense of urgency and just get out on them and not let them get any open looks on shots. And we just got to go out there and compete. Like I said, they 1-4, so they're going to come out playing hard.
Thanks.
Jerry?
Yeah, Armando, I wondered what you remember about competing against Olivier Sarr last season.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I mean, he's a skilled player. He can shoot the mid-range jump shot. He can score over both shoulders. So we know we got to key in on him and not let him get going, especially with him being a big piece of their offense.
And I wondered, too, you guys obviously struggled last year. How did people react to that? You know, it's an elite program, obviously, North Carolina. How was that impacting the players to not have it go as well as everybody wanted it to?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it scarred all of us. None of us wanted to be that team for UNC, but I feel like it helped a lot of the guys grow that stayed here and left a lot of the guys with a lot of regret that's not here, but you live on.
Got time for two last people, Luke Leiden and then Brendan Marks, and then Coach Williams will be ready to come in.
Hey, Armando, appreciate the time. Quick question for you. How challenging has it been for you as a player and a student athlete to just adapt to what this season has been like with COVID and all those things? Obviously very different from years past.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been crazy with just the uncertainty, not knowing what's going to happen. You obviously see teams having to shut down because of COVID and stuff like that. Luckily, we've been doing all the right things, protocols, just having a bubble. So we've been kind of keeping it safe. But just never knowing what can happen is just, I think, kind of the scariest part.
Brendan Marks, last one with Armando, then we'll get Coach in.
Yeah, Armando, you had also mentioned, how much Garrison's presence has sort of helped some of the younger guys this year. And between yourself and him and obviously Dayron and Walker as he's sort of getting back into shape, how do you feel like Coach has managed the minutes in the front court so far? And just because of how many guys you have, does that make it hard at times to get into a rhythm?
No, I wouldn't say that because, it's like that in practice too. We all got to sacrifice some, but, I wouldn't even really call it sacrificing because I think it benefits us and we all play good. You look at Garrison, I feel like he's the best player in the country, and just him being so unselfish and willing to sacrifice his minutes and shots for also the other great bigs like me and Dayron and Walker. Even Walker Miller too, he's been great. Y'all don't see him as much, but in practice, you see him. And also Sterling too. Man, when he comes back, that's going to be scary. He's been practicing with us. He's contesting us at the rim. He looks great. So, we can go 6 deep in the front court realistically. And I feel like we got 6 big men that could start basically on almost any program in the country. And, it's a lot of fun. You get better every day, and we just competing. And we know and we feel like we're the best front court in the country.
Just quickly, has Sterling been back practicing for a while now?
What would you say? Yeah, he's been back for like a week or two, just half court. He's been great though. I'm telling you, Sterling, he's been great. He's gonna surprise a lot of people.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right, we'll get Coach Williams in here.